My name's Leah, the owner of Divine Guides, and I'm doing my angel card readings for all the zodiac signs for the month of March. And I'm starting off with Pisces because Pisces is one of my favorite zodiac signs besides my own signs. Um, I love Pisces because they're very intuitive people, very alluring, and they just give it to you straight, in a very assertive way. They're not overpowering. They just, tell their truths how it comes out, and sometimes it's very loving, sometimes it's very, assertive, and sometimes it's very crazy. It all depends on the other person's energy or their energy because they're very intuitive. So if you ever spoke with a Pisces, or you connect with a Pisces in any way, you can tell how your energy is by how they react because they're really reactive um, people as well. They can try to hold their emotion. It all depends on, the stars and alignment and all that. But Pisces are very intuitive and they're very alluring people, and that's what I love so much about them. So I'm gonna start this month off with Pisces, and we're also entering Pisces um, in the zodiac sign as well. So that's why I'm starting off with Pisces. Anyways, on with the card readings. I had picked four cards just like I did last month, and each card is going to represent each week of March. Okay? So, my first card that I pulled for you, Pisces, is I don't like it, is the Five of Air. Did you guys see that? So, the Five of Air is an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everybody's motives. So, in the beginning of the month of March, you're going to be put in a situation that you have to make a choice. Um, and this is going to be an unwise choice because 5 in numerology is a very complex number. You're dealing with, conflict, compromising, comparison. So anytime you have a 5 and it deals with air, air is your communication. So the first week of March, you're going to be dealing with a lot of communications and everything. And like how I was saying earlier, you can always tell with the Pisces how they communicate with you is with your energy and everything. So, you Pisces, the first week of March is going to be very intense and everything, especially with a few choices that you guys have to make. Yeah, they're unwise choices because there's lessons that need to be learned the first week of March. March is the third month of the year, and three is the number of creation. So this is creating your communication skills to start off in March, and it's going to be a little, complex and compromising with the choices that you're put up against. But, no worries. It's just a lesson that you have to learn, and it's going to be a really big lesson. So, a lot of it's going to be like communicating with schools, kind of a lot, work situations. It's a lot of learning, a lot of learning experience and reviewing everybody's actions, your own actions, and the other party's actions in the beginning of March. So just be aware of that. The second week of March, I pulled the Ace of Earth, which is really good card to have after dealing with conflict and everything. It says there's going to be an inflow of abundance, a promising business adventure, and then important documents and contracts to go with that. So, in the first week, yes, you're going to have some unwise choices, but those are lessons. But in the second week, that's when you gain your strength, and that's when you gain the abundance of the decisions that you had to make in the first week. So the second week is really promising. That's when you're going to get the documents and the contracts that you need are the lessons that you needed from the first week of March, because it's all March is all about creating and everything. So this is a good this is a good card to have for the second week of March. So just know the first week is going to be a little, lessons. Just remember you're going through lessons the first week. So, but in the second week, that's when the inflow of abundance come from those lessons, where you're like, okay, I understand why I had to come through this. And that's when you'll get your inspiration, and with everything that comes from your inspiration the second week will create to go into the third week, which the card that I pulled is the Queen of Air, which it's objective decisions making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in the situation. So that's a good thing to have, because as you're going into the third week after going through everything, you're going to sit there and you're going to analyze about what happened in the first week, and that's when you get your abundance inflow the second week. But then the third week, you're making objective decisions. You're putting everything in alignment, and you're just making choices that you need to make. I'm seeing a lot of clearing the air with people and everything, of miscommunications and stuff the third week. So you're just clearing the air, being really assertive about how you feel about things, and also getting the other people's opinions, but just really analyzing the whole situation that you're going to be going through. And the fourth week is a really good card. I pulled the Three of Waters, which really deals with it's a celebrations. There's things to celebrate, graduations and stuff like that. So or birth and everything. You just need to have more fun. With everything that you're going through the first week of unwise choices and everything, and then the second week of you know the inflow of abundance of the lessons that you learned for the first week of March, and then just having objective decisions making and clearing out the air with people. And then in the last week, just know that you did the best that you can, and you need to go out and enjoy yourself a little bit more, and not be caught up in the drama of the beginning of the month, because by the end you see things clearly. You clear the air with people, you get a lot accomplished, and you do a lot of creating for yourself and for others, and just have that understanding that you can move on from this situation. It's just a lesson. So know that March is just a lesson in your life experience, that